The Lake Erie Grape Discovery Center is the official visitor center for the New York State Lake Erie Concord Grape Belt Heritage Area. Supporting and promoting the grape industry, visit us and learn about grape growing history in the Lake Erie region. Shop for grapey gifts, taste local wine in a Concord vineyard. Westfield Memorial Hospital provides high-quality health care to residents of Western New York, offering patients the most sophisticated medical advancements while keeping the ease and familiarity of a community hospital. Support for Chautauqua Sunrise has been provided by WRFA 107.9 FM, Jamestown's public radio station, streaming online 24/7 at WRFALP.com. Low power to the people. Funding is provided by a grant from New York State Senator Catherine M. Young, representing Western New York's 57th District with a local office in Olean. Chautauqua Sunrise is made possible by a grant from Fredonia Place, a continuing care retirement community providing dignity in a modern luxury environment. Meter's Restaurant, a family tradition for over 50 years in downtown Ripley, is a proud supporter of Chautauqua Sunrise. Meter's provides all-day dining, banquet services, and custom catering, specializing in pie. From the Access Channel 5 studios in Mayville, it's Chautauqua Sunrise. Chautauqua Sunrise is hosted by Doc Hamels and supported by the award-winning volunteers at Access Channel 5. Continuing the traditions of Senior Report, we are here to share local news, colorful interviews, and events of interest to everyone. Chautauqua Sunrise is broadcast live Saturday mornings each week, countywide, from 9 to 10 a.m. Join us by calling in live, emailing us, or checking out our social media. And now, from the Channel 5 studios, it's Chautauqua Sunrise.
Hey everybody, good morning. I'm Doc Hamels, and it's not raining. I'm almost positive. Welcome to Chautauqua Sunrise, and we've got a great show, as always, in store for you this morning. So stick around, and if you're listening to us on WRFA over in Jamestown, it's Tuesday afternoon, and good afternoon, and welcome to the show as well. Right off the bat, I want to remind everyone that this is Memorial Day weekend and that it's not about hot dogs and getting together for picnics, but it's to remember those that have, as they say, given all to our country to support causes with the armed forces overseas in war and so forth. So let's try to teach our young children what this is all about and remind ourselves what this is all about, because we seem to be drifting way more and more from what our holidays really are all about, at least my opinion anyways. But on the other hand, it's a nice holiday as well, so do enjoy family and get together, but do remember what it's all about. Also, I want to remind you, as we talked about last week, this weekend is the art trail, okay? That's all weekend long. It's going to be 27th and 28th Memorial Day weekend from 10 to 5. And it's the 9th annual Gallery and Studio Tour. And as Nancy Nixon Ensign told us, that there's 22 artists. And if you get one of these brochures or go online and check it out, it's chautauquatrail.com. And it's just a great activity for the weekend. And it's going on this weekend. And really some really fine art and ceramics and so on. So check it out. We say this every week. We say there's a lot going on in Chautauqua County, and that's not a lie. There really is a lot of stuff going on. As you may have noticed in the very beginning of the show, we have a brand new underwriter. We have someone that's sponsoring the show here, and that is the Grape Discovery Center, who is going to be represented here in a little while. I can talk this morning, come on, mouth. By two representatives from the Grape Discovery Center, and that is what our show is going to be all about. So we're so happy to have them as a sponsor, and that was provided through an anonymous gift from a local grape farmer who supplied the funding for them to be the underwriter. So that person knows who they are, so thank you, and they will be with us right straight into almost to the end of the year. So that's great news, and we're happy to have them. I got a few things I want to share with you as far as announcements go, not a whole lot today, and then I have an interesting one that has just broke loose on the last couple of days, and I want to tell you about that in a minute. So, a reminder always that if you have a question, a comment, something you want to add to the list of events that's going on here in Chautauqua County, because it's all about Chautauqua County, guys, give us a call, 753-5225. You can email us anytime throughout the week. And you can call us today between 9 and 10 this morning. You can Twitter us. You can go to Facebook. We're everywhere. And we do want to hear from you. And some of you have taken advantage of that. And that's how your events show up here. And we get to share them with all of the rest of the county. So let's get right to it. Let's go to Jamestown. Let's see, what do we got here? Tag Days fundraiser. Calling all art supporters. Infinity will continue holding their annual Tag Day. That's Autumn Echo. I know her. Fundraiser on, wait a minute. Wait a minute. That one's, guys, you set me up. This one's over with. This was done on the 20th. Scratch that one. Moving along. Now where they got me. Okay. Goodbye, Autumn. All right, Pulse Poetry Slam. Have you ever gone to a Pulse Poetry Slam? Me either, but I've seen them on Facebook. The Infinity Visual and Performing Arts Center will be hosting the June installment of Pulse Poetry Slam on Thursday, June 1 at 6 p.m. at the Infinity Arts Cafe. Pulse Poetry Slam, as all events at Infinity, are family-friendly and open to the public. Okay, here's the hard part. Performance poetry is an excellent way to express creativity while practicing performance in public speaking. Poets and audience members are welcome. Say that 10 times fast. Okay, they also want you to know that they are hosting a performance of dance in theaters students on Friday, June 2nd at 6:30 in the Infinity Arts Cafe. Dance students will perform under the direction of Mariah Belendi, and theater students will be performing under the direction of my buddy Adam Owens, Jamie Lee Bonfiglio Davis, and Teal Weatherly. Okay, then they also want you to know, and this is a call out to all musicians out there. This is a great fundraiser. I think I've done 5 of these now, or will have done 5. Calling all art supporters. Infinity will continue holding. Wait a minute. Something's going on here. I've got the same announcement that I just said was old news, and they did it again in this part. So let me ad-lib this one. Oh, God, Chris, wherever you are, I'm going to find you. All right, 14th Annual Local Music Showcase. All right. What it is they're looking for musical acts. Could be solo, duos, trios, bands, whatever. And we get together in September. It's the first Saturday of every year in September. And the bands donate their time at various venues. For instance, I was at Phoenix Rising Fitness Center, I think it's called. And they have Mojos and Shawbucks and all those different places all over the place. And bands play. And for one money, you get a bracelet. And you can go all over Jamestown at night and listen to great live music. So that's coming up, I think it's September 9th or 10th anyways, but we'll be talking more about that. But that's, I'm telling you, this was written just as the one I just crossed out. So, whew, that kind of threw me. All right, we got another one coming up. This is going to happen in a couple weeks. Standing Ground, let's go to that one. I think this is real. I keep getting all this fake news. Now I know what Sean Spicer feels like. Did you ever? I've been in, now I'm in his shoes. I just read the news. Standing Ground, Saturday, June 10th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. at McClure Museum in Westfield. Reenactments, music, refreshments, and food. And this is a fundraiser for them. It's $50 a person. And as you heard from John Wolf last week, that it's their major event, and it's lots of fun. You get to see Civil War reenactments. And as far as the fundraiser itself, they got all kinds of hors d'oeuvres and foods and beverages. They serve punch and all that sort of thing. I've played there the last few years. I won't this year, but I'm not sure who they got this year. But anyways, they provide music, and it's really quite elegant, and it's a fun night, and you get to hang out in this really cool mansion, just like it was maybe back in the 1800s. Okay, let's continue on. The 4th annual Ella Rankert Memorial Golf Tournament. The Chautauqua Lake Care Center will be holding their 4th annual golf tournament. This is organized by the Child Care Center as a fundraiser to benefit the scholarship fund of Chautauqua Lake Child Care Center. It'll be held on Saturday, June 17th at the Chautauqua Golf Club in Chautauqua, New York. And if you're interested, give Beth Starks a call over there, and she's at the housed at the Chautauqua Lake Central School. Okay, then this one we just didn't have time to get to last week, but we're going to be talking about it for quite a while. Vendors are sought for, I know this seems hard to believe, Christmas in July. Start now, huh? My mother was always shopping for Christmas. She'd say, "Oh, I gotta get that." I go, "For what?" It's like, April. "Oh, we'll get that next year for the kids for Christmas." I go, I don't even think about that till like December 15th. The Resource Center is seeking vendors for its Christmas in July shopping event, which will benefit TRC's annual U.S. Marine Corps Reserves Toys for Tots drive. Whew. The event will be held on Saturday, July 29. The Resource Center Administrative Office building in the Resource Center's Administrative Building at 200 Dunham Avenue in Celeron. Vendor setup will begin at 8:30 a.m. with the shopping event running from 10 to 4. Vendors interested in participating in this event can reserve an 8-foot space for $25, a double space for $40. Organizers ask that all vendors contribute an item for the Chinese auction that will be held during the event. Money raised through the holiday shopping extravaganza will benefit Toys for Tots. This will mark the 17th straight year that the Resource Center has coordinated the Marine Corps Reserve Toys for Tots drive in Chautauqua County. Thanks to the generosity of area residents and local businesses, the Toys for Tots drive each year is able to make the holiday merrier for about 2,400 children in our community. For more information, give them a call. Oh boy, Evelyn Wright Hegelmeyer, 661-1429. Okay, and then the last thing I think I have is that I was contacted about a show that we'll be bringing up later in June, and we were talking, the guest and I, and he said to me, "Are you familiar with so-and-so?" And I go, "No, not at all." And I said, "Have her contact me." Well, let me see if I can summarize this, and we'll be talking about this from time to time, and we might even do a show on it. There's a lovely lady named Shawn Price, and she's put together a project called the Mission Community Center. And what it is, it's the former Crawford Furniture Building in Jamestown. I believe it's on Windsor. And she has secured this building, and she's trying to rehab it. And the purpose of this is that she wants to start a community use center, which would include, but not limited to, academic help, cooking, gardening, art, sewing, and Spanish-speaking classes, just for starters. It'll be a place for all young individuals to find themselves without anything to occupy their time, such as daycare. Daycare will be provided, after-school programs, and so on. Let's see. She wants to provide a nutritional structured program that will be partnered with a gardening program, and then also things like dance, gymnastics, karate, weight training, and boxing. So this is a big project. And anytime I hear somebody that's interested in doing a community project, like a community center, my ears perk up, because I tried back in my hometown. It's extremely difficult, and she's going to need a bunch of help. So have a listen now, and I'll talk more about this as time goes by. But she has set up an invest or donate account at the Southern Chautauqua Federal Credit Union. And if anybody is interested in volunteering and helping out, give her a call at 450-6564. Also, she wants you to know that they're having some fundraisers, and one of them will be today and tomorrow from 1 to 5. They're having a hot dog sale over at the Asheville Bay Marina. And if you are interested, the gates will be open I'm trying to make sure I get this right, off of Harrison Street every day, Monday through Saturday from 9 to 5. If you want to volunteer to help trim trees, move garbage, clean windows, or sweep, whatever, and they're trying to spruce the building up so they can eventually get this building up and running. So Chautauqua Sunrise is proud to be able to share that information, and hopefully we will be to the point where we'll be able to say it's a success. The doors are open, and that Sean Price has moved things to the point where she can actually begin to open the doors and provide services for the youth in the community. So with that, I'm going to now welcome back, and she's no stranger here at Access 5. I think you're the grandma here. You're the aunt, the godmother of Access 5. Karen Harvey, welcome back. And it's been a while. You've been away too long. Were you up in Canada all this time?
No.
Just-
That's good to see you, though, again.
Okay.
The 100th time was the last time.
The
Your
100th
program was
And we
the
are
last time I was
152,
here.
so it's been 52 shows ago you were here.
Oh, yes.
Don't
that's
ask me
right.
why I know these things. They're always giving me this
You're
data.
a numbers guy.
Yeah, numbers. If they're true. So what are we going to talk about today? You got something really
Well,
cool.
Yes, Access 5 is going to be airing Chautauqua Books this week, an interview with a well-known local historian, Helen Ebersol, and her book is Electricity and Politics. Electricity and Politics, Jamestown,
Okay.
1891 to 1931.
Electricity and politics. So there's a connection between the two. What
There always is.
that always is.
But in any case, she takes us back through this book to a time when electricity first came to Jamestown and to our area. And it was a time of great growth and development, and it was because they had developed a reliable, affordable source of electricity. This region early on, like the rest of the country, exhibited a great and immediate expansion of development as soon as electricity became part of it. Before that, our environment was very hostile, and following the development of electricity, we were able to flourish. Jamestown became known as one of the big centers in New York, with its woolen mills and its cotton mills and its lumber and its extensive transportation system, and of course its international furniture industry and manufacturing, which of course now those are being turned into youth centers in Jamestown.
That's right.
But the
Retrofitting.
buildings are still there, and they still represent the history of our area. Then, as now, electricity, how it was made, is made, by whom, and at what cost is very important to businesses and to the quality of life. When we saw the quest for electricity change through political policy decisions today, and her book reflects the politics of that day, we see that those people who control the policy of how we make electricity are not working in the same direction. They are working to handicap affordable and accessible electricity. We are heading toward much more expensive electricity that is not reliable. Now, the characters in her book, including the Broadheads and the Prendergasts and Sam Carlson, the mayor, all had the best interests of the community in mind when they worked very hard to promote the most accessible and affordable power. There were other guys like Fred O. Anderson and Carl Peterson who all worked hand in hand with the businessmen of Jamestown to build and develop those businesses. Now, in today's world, Governor Cuomo has developed a thing called, and I say so-called, clean energy standard. It is jeopardizing the economy of New York. He has committed $7.6 billion in subsidies to wind and solar, and this will drive businesses away as the rates skyrocket. We see our state triple the cost of electricity, triple the cost of electricity for businesses and for our way of life. Why would a business set up shop in this state when they can go next door and for 1/3 the price buy their electricity? There was no cost-benefit analysis done when this policy was considered. There were no elected officials from the legislative branch involved in the determination of this policy shift. And there were no scientific studies to explain the health impacts of industrial wind turbines. This arbitrary executive branch policy has already been felt, and we see the massive rate hikes. Thursday's paper has a very lovely article on how the state is now charging Jamestown $47,000 a month. That's pink there, $47,000 a month to pay for this. So it's not just our tax money, it comes out of our utility bills too. What I want to bring to your attention is that this book gives you a perspective, a history, and the history of electricity and how it has made our nation great and changed our lives, as long as it is affordable and accessible, reliable. This is a fascinating story. Helen Ebersol told it in her book, Electricity and Politics, Jamestown, 1891 to 1935. And it is well worth looking at through the eyes of those who built everything that we today enjoy.
Hey, when's your show going to air? Do you know?
4 and 10 each day this week, and then it'll be on the Cable Access, Access 5 website following that. And Ebersol, of course, has been with us since 1923, and she's the author of the very beautiful books on our transportation system, the trolleys and the trains and the traction system and the steamboats and the vast, great hotels that came during that time of prosperity.
Okay, folks. Well, Karen, as always, it's a pleasure to have you here, and you always stimulate my brain. It's hard to do that on Saturday morning because he's usually half asleep, but you bring such interesting topics, and I wasn't aware of some of that. So 4 and 10 this week, Chautauqua Books. Okay, that was Karen Harvey, and don't be a stranger. Come back anytime. Okay, folks, we're going to do a public service announcement, and we'll be right back.
My new mom and I have a lot in common.
Okay.
The great outside.
We both love the outdoors.
So shiny.
That's not a flower. We both love geology.
Oh, look. An igneous one.
That's not a rock. And she knows a lot about wildlife.
A labradoodle.
That's not a dog. Hanging out has been kind of fun.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
Hey, we're back. Doc Hamels here with Chautauqua Sunrise. And so one more time, that was Karen Harvey, and she will be on at 4 and 10 throughout the week with their talk about electricity and politics. Interesting topic. Hadn't thought about it quite like that. Okay, fresh out of Hershey, Pennsylvania, coming down from a chocolate high and chocolate bacon, I saw. No stranger to Chautauqua Sunrise, Christina McKane, director of the Grape Discovery Center. Welcome back.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Have you come down, as you and your kids come down from that sugar high?
Yeah, we had such a great time. Yeah, it was crazy.
I saw lots of pictures on Facebook.
Yeah.
And of course, no stranger, Andy Dufresne, welcome back.
Thank you.
And glad to have you. And you've been here three
I've
times
been
with
here
me.
before, too.
Yeah. So today we're going to talk about the Grape Discovery Center and what's going on. And maybe, just maybe, there's some viewers here that aren't familiar with what it is, where it came from, why we have it, and so forth. So how about just, the elevator speech about what is the Grape Discovery Center and all that good stuff?
All right, well, the Grape Discovery Center is the official visitor center for the Concord Grape Belt Heritage Area. So what we do is we support and promote the grape industry and the wineries in the region. We have an exhibit room that's a self-guided tour. It goes through 150 years of grape growing history in the Lake Erie region. We also have a wine tasting bar where you can taste local grape juices and wine from Lake Erie wine country. We also have a gift area where we have a lot of local food products, local artwork, and other grape and wine related gifts. And new to our center, we recently received a farm winery license. This is thanks to a lot of support and pushing by Senator Catherine Young and Assemblymember Andy Goodell to push the legislation through so we could be able to sell local wines to visitors and tourists.
You needed special legislation
Yes.
from powers on high in Albany for the Grape Discovery to sell wine.
Yes.
Because why? Why would you need them?
We thought it was important.
No, why couldn't you beforehand, I guess is where I'm going with that.
We're not a winery.
Oh. So you had like a special license or something like
Yes.
that? Okay.
So we did get a farm winery license, especially for the Grape Discovery Center, tailored to what we wanted to do with
Okay.
it, to promote the wines from Lake Erie, to sell to the tourists. This is because a lot of tourists were upset that they could taste all the wines that we had to offer.
You were teasing them.
And we were. And so now they're happy that they can take home a part of Lake Erie wine country with them.
You know, I go by the Discovery Center all the time, and I see cars there, buses, tour groups. I mean, it's going to be a
Yeah,
destination.
the word's getting out. We've been open about 4 years now. So we have people come from all 50 states, all different types of countries all over the world, just to see the largest and oldest Concord grape growing region in the entire world.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And if I'm not mistaken, Andy, this center was designed in mind as they do cranberries in Michigan or Wisconsin or someplace?
Well, yes, when we were in the process of thinking through the development of a Grape Discovery Center, some of the members from the board of directors, Dave Mumberger, visited the Cranberry Center out in Wisconsin and wanted to learn, you know, how they had organized their center, and they found a lot of things in common. It was a rural area, had a major highway passing through, so a lot of people passing through the area. And so it did serve as a role model, in a sense, in our developing concepts for our Grape Discovery Center.
Okay. This past spring, Barb and I, my wife and I, we did a big road trip trying to get all 50 states under our belt. Only got to 49, as I've shared with everybody. Just got to get to Oregon. But the point I wanted to make was when we got to Idaho, we went to a museum that was all things potato. And I was thinking of you guys because they gave out samples. We left with a box of dried potatoes. It was taters for out-of-staters. I didn't make that up. That's not mine, but it was true. That's what they told us. And they had a great big potato out front, and they had potato peelers. You know, all things, all the agricultural tools and the machinery in that, videos, everything you guys are doing. So
Right.
this is way cool. And I just thought about while you were at Hershey's, you were doing research because you were doing all things chocolate.
That's right. And they had like a Discovery Center. They had the Hershey story, so it was
Right.
along the same lines.
So I've been dying to ask you this ever since you agreed to come on the show, and I knew you were at Hershey's. How good was the chocolate bacon?
It was fantastic.
Fantastic. I'm trying to get my head around that. I don't know. I'll have to try it sometime. Okay, so a lot of people don't know how old the grape business is and how big it is and how it affects us here in Chautauqua County. So you got some stats that you always throw at me?
Visitor numbers, of course, increase year after year. So we had a 16% increase from 2015 to 2016.
Mm-hmm.
So we had about 12,000 visitors through last year.
You had 12,000
Yes.
people come through there? Holy moly. I can't even figure out how many that is a day. That's hundreds. Wow, that's a
Yeah,
lot.
it's very busy.
And as far as the industry itself, how does that affect Chautauqua County?
The grape industry.
Yeah.
It's a huge part of Chautauqua County. We're talking over 30,000 acres of grapes. So this is the primary source where Welch's grapes are harvested. Then you have the Growers Cooperative in Westfield as well, which is another processor. So it is a $1 million industry.
Millions and millions and millions.
of
I
dollars.
think I've heard somewhere 30 million or some. It's a lot of money. I mean, I'm sure some of your folks from your board could spit out all these statistics, but the point I'm making is that this is huge. People that live in the South and North County may not appreciate what's going along the lakeshore because you're going all the way from Ripley all the way up into Silver Creek, right?
Correct.
And I know you've got a map behind you, and I don't know if we can get a shot of that or not. Justin, can we shoot that map behind them? Yeah, Andy, we're going to, if you could just move over.
All right.
Maybe to the other side, maybe just a little bit. Okay. Can you get that or not? Okay, we're working, there we go. All right, so this would be a map that's on display at the center, right? And if you are listening over on the radio right now, we're looking at the whole lakeshore, and every one of those little purple things is a grape farm, and it's just all kinds of purple spots all over the lake shore. And okay, that's good. And this is a special region because of the soil, because of the climate for grapes, right? You can't find this anywhere else in the world.
Right, it's quite unique, and that's one of the stories that we try to tell at the Grape Discovery Center. You know, people stop in and they want to know why do grapes grow here. And so in the exhibit area, that is one of the things we're trying to educate people on, is the uniqueness, and it's especially with the young people. I like to ask them, what are the three main reasons why this is a great grape growing region? And they'll look up at this map behind me and they'll see water, and so they'll suddenly make a connection to water. And I say that water is Lake Erie, and a big body of water that is very slow to warm up in the spring, which is good for grapes because it delays our budding, and in the fall of the year that water is warm, and so it gives us an extended growing season. So the water is important. And then I always ask them, well, did you take a ride recently from Westfield to Mayville or Ripley up into the hills, and what was it like? And then I explain that big escarpment there to the Allegheny Plateau serves like a wall.
Absolutely.
So not only do we have the breezes coming off the lake, which can be cool or warm, but now they're trapped in that lake plain region. So that's how we get the modifying climate. And then you talk about the soils. It's very good soil. So that combination of factors kind of explains why it's a great grape growing region for about 40 to 50 miles. And if you go to the other side of Erie, you know those foothills, actually they're way down in southern Pennsylvania, Ohio now, so there's nothing to hold that warm or cool air in. And if you go east of Silver Creek and closer to Buffalo, again the hills disappear, and so there's nothing to hold that warm or cold air in there.
Okay.
So that's one of the little lessons we like to share with visitors, and what makes it a unique region.
Chris, Annie mentioned the discovery room or
The exhibit room.
exhibit room.
Yes.
What do you see in there?
It goes through 150 years of grape growing history and focuses on the Lake Erie region. There's a lot of interactive displays. You can learn about all the different products that grapes make. And
We're going to talk about that in a little bit.
yes, we are.
I
It's
can't
going to
wait.
be very exciting. But we have a lot of school groups come through, a lot of retirement groups, different organizations, all so they can learn about what we do.
If somebody was watching right now and they say, "Hey, let's pack up the car and let's just go over there," what does it cost to get in?
Actually, we offer free admission,
Oh, okay.
and we offer free Wi-Fi as well.
So you get in your car, you go. Where is it?
Okay, we're located on Route 20, 8305 West Main Road. So we're about a mile and a half west from Westfield.
So you're between Ripley and downtown Westfield.
Correct.
Okay, on Route 20. And it used to be the old Ford dealership, if I'm not mistaken. A lot of people always refer to that. You know, nobody lives in their own house. You live in the old Smith house, or you live in the old Jones farm, or whatever it is. So it's the old Ford dealership. Okay, and so people can go there. They can explore and understand, appreciate the industry, and look at it over the years, because it's pretty interesting. And so, what else would they find at the Grape Discovery Center?
You can taste the local grape juice that's made in the area, and then you can also sample wines made in Lake Erie wine country.
Now, this Grape Discovery Center, how's it funded? I mean, it just didn't fall out of the sky, obviously, and it must have taken a lot of work. And who funds it? How's that work?
Well, the goal is to be a self-sustaining operation. So, and that's part of the reason why we needed the legislation to pass to sell wine, is to cover all of our overhead along with making visitors happy. But of course, Senator Catherine Young was a big help in the beginning to get everything going with a $1.2 million grant.
Some seed money to get it up
Yes.
and running. Okay.
So we have a membership. So
Okay.
there's a yearly membership, and that helps as well. We also receive other private donations.
Very nice.
Yes.
Okay, and if you haven't, folks, if you haven't been there, it really is a beautiful building. It's nicely appointed. It's done right. It's the carpeting, the woodwork, everything is very nice. Okay, so we talked a little bit about the exhibit room, and that was sponsored by a family.
Yes, so it's the Star family exhibit room.
Okay, and that's from Cliff Star.
Correct.
Up in Fredonia, right? And then you have the wine bar, juice bar. Then in the front, when you first come walking in, what's there?
That is our gift area,
Okay.
and where we now have our New York State wine and spirits shop as well.
Spirits?
Yes.
What kind of spirits?
Well, we focus on New York State products. And
Are you talking like whiskey?
talking
Bur-
whiskey, I'm
bur-
talking bourbon, vodka, gin.
Every time you come here, I learn something new. I didn't know you were selling. I thought you were just selling
So
wine.
Southern Tier now has a distillery. So I have some of their products available. I have 5 and 20 products
Bob
available.
Mazza?
Yeah,
Yep.
that's right.
Okay.
So, and I'm still working on expanding, researching, and finding more products. But I did find a grape brandy that I'm working on getting now too. So
that sounds good.
I think the possibilities are endless, really.
All things great.
That's right.
Okay, and now, my memory serves me correct, you're not just selling things to drink in the gift shop, you're selling other things there as well, right?
Yes, we focus on local again, so we have a lot of local food products, different grape dressings and jams. Well, I'll get into that when I show you
Right.
the products. We have clothing, we have wine and grape related gifts.
So they all have a motif or a
Yeah.
tie-in to
So, and
grapes?
then there's a lot of local, we support local artists, we support the art trail. I have a lot of their members' artwork in there, available for purchase as well.
Okay, so it all revolves around a theme?
Yes.
Okay, well, that's very cool. So if Andy and I wanted to get really spiffed up, we get a grape tie? You have
Yes.
grape ties?
Yeah.
Okay.
Grape socks.
Grape socks?
Grape shirts.
Grape shirts. I need a purple shirt. My other one got like destroyed.
And for the ladies now we have grape jewelry,
Grape jewelry?
Yes.
Like what?
like grape necklaces, bracelets,
And those are made locally?
earrings. Yep.
Very cool.
It is.
Very nice. Okay, so you brought a whole bunch of stuff that's just
I
sitting
did.
here like screaming at me, like, hello down there.
right, well,
So what do you want to tell us
All
about
right,
here?
we're going to start with the Concord grape juice concentrate. This is made from the Growers Cooperative.
Okay, let's
So
move that
this
around.
is a big deal
That's a big deal. Why is it a big deal?
because it's the biggest Concord growing region. So this is where the grape juice.
So what do you do with it?
This is a concentrate, so you dilute it with water.
Like, okay, give us the quick
Ratio 1 cup concentrate to 4 1/3 cup water.
4 to 1.
That's right.
It's like hummingbird food. It's one sugar, four waters.
Right.
Okay, and so that would make a bunch of grape juice.
Yeah,
and
that'll
then-
last you a while.
Yeah, that's cool. All right, and that's made locally. You
That's
said
from the Growers Cooperative.
Co-op.
Also, from the Growers Cooperative are Concord grape fruit sticks.
Oh,
And both of these products have no preservatives or additives.
Okay.
So it's all
So
natural.
the fruit sticks are like the fruit roll-ups, that type of thing.
Yep.
Okay, because my kids used to devour those.
Okay, let's
Okay,
see.
what else
All
we
right,
got?
so of course we have the Welch's jam.
Oh my God,
This
that's
is
like
a big
around the
part.
world. You go anywhere, you find that. I
That's
think.
true.
Yeah, we've got some in our fridge right now. Hey, and you know what? Baltimore Orioles love
Yes,
grape
that's
jelly. I got Barb a feeder this year, or for Christmas, and we put a whole jar full of that in there, and they go nuts. I mean, they're like every day eating that grape jelly.
Well, I have plenty of available there so, for everybody's Orioles. But another product is a Concord grape pie filling. We love our grape pie around here in the fall. Meters supplies the Grape Discovery Center with grape pies, so I have those available as well.
Bob Bentley makes your pies.
Mm-hmm.
He tells me he gets up at like 4:30 every morning to make pies. No, wait a minute. This pie filling, this is not just like jelly. There's like skins and stuff in
Yeah,
there, right?
this is the pie
And
filling.
a lot of people, when you first tell them this is a grape pie, they go,
Yeah, I get that face
come
a lot.
on. And I'm going to tell you right now, I've never met a pie I didn't like to begin with, but grape pie is out of this world.
It is.
It's a bit tart at first, but once you get through this second bite, it's like, give me the whole thing. I mean, you can't put it down. Okay.
Okay.
Get the filling.
All right. So Brick Village Gourmet is located in Mayville.
All right.
Chef Tim Murphy makes a lot of excellent products with the grape.
And that's
concentrate.
just down the road
That's
from
right.
where we are right now.
So this is one of my top-selling products. There is a Concord grapeseed vinaigrette dressing.
Okay,
So
for
you can-
salads. And
Salads, pasta salad.
so especially coming up this summer, people are doing a lot of their home gardening, and that would be a perfect addition.
That's right.
Okay, and is that a little tart as well, or
Actually, it's more on the sweeter side.
to your side? Okay. Wow.
So, and
You
then
got
we
more?
have yes,
Okay.
grape berry topping, which you can use on vanilla ice cream,
Oh my gosh.
or you can make a Bellini with it.
What's a Bellini?
Champagne and a little bit of grape berry.
Oh, a Bellini. Oh, I'm okay. I
think-
don't drink, so
Oh,
I
okay.
have to remember all these
I
things.
think that's right.
Okay.
It's been a while since I
think
made one.
Okay.
But anyway, we have a grape heritage pasta sauce.
What? Tomatoes and grapes?
I know.
That doesn't
Like I
sound
said, the
right.
possibilities are
Now,
endless.
who makes that?
Brick Village Gourmet also makes that product.
Who's Farmer Steve?
Steve Barron, we have a memorial patio
Mm-hmm.
at the Grape Discovery Center in honor of Steve Barron, which
Okay.
was a grape farmer.
And that's part of the Barron Farms?
That's correct.
Okay, very good.
Okay, so we also have a very popular product which is new that I had a company make for us, and so that is our grape popcorn that people just love. And I'm going to leave this one here with you.
Oh my, look at him, he's ready. Stay behind that camera. Move away from the table. Oh my God, grape popcorn.
So it's like-
Think about that, Justin. Think about it. You put it in your mouth, oh, that flavor coming out. Is your mouth watering yet? This is all great stuff. And this is all grape juice right here in Chautauqua County.
Yes, yes it is.
Every bit of this is all tomatoes?
Yes, oh yeah, for sure.
For
It's all
sure.
local.
Unbelievable.
Okay, so, and then we also have grape gummy bears. That's also made
Oh
with a
my,
grape
let me
concentrate.
look at these babies. Are these new? I don't remember
Those
these
are
guys.
new, and I'm telling you, they fly out of the store.
Oh my gosh.
And just arrived
Look at that.
yesterday.
Just yesterday, something new?
Nope, this arrived yesterday. Is our Concord Grape Rice Crispy Treats.
What?
I know.
Oh my, that's heavy too.
Yeah.
You had to get a saw to cut that. I mean, just think of the possibilities what you could do with that. That's, wow. You make a big cake out of that
That's
or
right.
something. Yummy, yummy. No, you're not gonna, I'm not putting it down. I'm getting, he wants a shot of this. So what do I show him? What am I gonna show him? So we'll put it on its side. How's
Okay,
that?
all
How's
right.
that? All right. There we go.
I mean,
You're gonna
and
get a shot of
there's,
that.
besides what I'm showing you here, there are
Grape
many,
Rice
many
Krispie bar.
more items. But
More items.
Okay, so we have the Grape Rock Candy.
Grape Rock. That's a song, isn't it? Oh no, that's Rock Candy Mountain. Grape Rock.
And we have some
Candy.
grape saltwater taffy.
What? That's new. I don't remember
Yeah,
that.
that's new too.
Is this like, if you, for me, I don't do that because I can't do the show and eat that because my jaw would just shut up, you know, and people would have to listen to you without me here, so.
Right. But a couple other products, not
Okay.
food related.
Not related.
Grape Country Candles is a local candle maker, and they make us a Concord grape candle.
I can smell it through the lid already. Holy mackerel.
And then finally, we have Concord grape soap, and I also have other skin products available made with Concord.
Concord grape soap. I'm not a big, flavored soap guy, but I'm gonna put that right up top there. That's kind of interesting. Grape soap.
And there's one more thing.
There's one more thing. Ta-da-da. What is
So
that?
we also have
Oh my gosh.
wine available. So this wine is from Willow Creek Winery.
Now where are they located?
They're out close to Silver Creek,
Okay.
on the very far end of the
Mm-hmm.
grape growing region. But this is a new wine of theirs, and it's made of 60% Concord and 40% Niagara, as we grow a lot of Niagaras in this region as well.
I have Niagara. I have one Niagara. I always tell people I'm the smallest grape farmer in Chautauqua. I have six vines that produce. I have one Niagara and 5 Concords. But if you have never had a Niagara grape, wow. It just makes your mouth just...
Oh yeah, that's,
All right. So all these products are available right now at the Grape Discovery Center.
yes, and we open at 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. So like in about 15 minutes. I got a question for you. Can you get these products anywhere else in Chautauqua County? Not that I'm trying to sell.
Yes, well,
say
the
this,
wine you can get from the winery.
right. But I mean, a lot of this stuff probably is sole source. I mean, you're
Yes, I
probably-
would say the Grape Discovery Center is the primary source to get all these products in one convenient stop.
Okay, one-stop shop.
But
So you can,
Village Gourmet will be open on Saturdays, I believe. So
Okay.
you can get
Get it there
products
as well.
from Tim Murphy there.
but a lot of times people are just kind of shooting through one particular part of the county and they could get everything right there. And these make great gifts, I bet you.
Yes, they do. And speaking of that, we have a station where you can build your own gift baskets, and I can mail them for you, too.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you come up with that idea?
Well, a few of us had that idea.
So you just kind of get a box, fill it, and then you put it all together and mail it?
Yes. We actually have an online store, too,
What
with
is it?
some items
You
available.
don't tell me anything. I have this online store. I gotta write this down. All right. So how, all right. Hold that thought.
Okay.
I have a caller, and they want to ask you questions, I'm sure, about the Grape Discovery Center.
Okay.
We'll see. Good morning, caller.
Well, good morning, Doc. This is Linda Spalding. Good morning, Christina and Andy.
Good
Happy
morning.
Memorial Day.
Thank you. Same to you. Have you been to the Grape Discovery Center?
No, but
Oh, come on, Linda.
I'm going to have to go.
All right. It's been there 4 years. They're waiting for you. Do you like grapes?
Yeah, I love grapes.
Look at all these products.
Now, they're right on Route 5. Is that correct?
Wrong. Route 20.
Route 20.
I meant to say Route 20. That's what I meant, Route 20.
This is like having a discussion with myself. I'm always getting lost.
Well, no, it's not that I get lost. I get
I
those
do.
two confused because they're such good highways to take.
Okay. So, isn't this amazing, all the different things?
Yes.
I think it's been doubled since the last time you were here.
Oh, for sure.
Last time was just like this little collection, but wow. So what's up in your world, Linda?
Well, spring is coming.
We've been saying that since January. Because we had all that warm weather with, spring's coming early, then burn,
Yeah.
Then rain.
then rain, and more snow.
It's not too bad of a day. People are out doing things this morning.
Good. Is the sun shining or is it raining? I announced that the rain has finally stopped. I don't even know. Is it nice out?
It's nice out. It's
Oh.
overcast, but it's very pleasant.
I never make it as a weatherman.
Well, they don't. They can make mistakes. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, they don't get fired either.
No.
Jeez.
Well, it's great to have you on the show, and our local grapes are so. There's something so unique about them. Is it the frost that does it?
That helps with the sugar later on in the fall. I know that. You got to have those cool nights to build up the sugar content. But Andy was saying the water, the soil, the
Special, yeah.
the climate, everything, the escarpment. It's a bit of everything.
Yeah, it is. It is delicious.
All right. So next time I'm going to check if you've been to the Discovery Center.
I'll make sure I get there this weekend.
You got all right. Get all your friends to go with you. She's got she knows lots of people.
good.
She works for the Office for the Aging. Hey, you could have a field trip for your
field trip?
office. Yeah, just
Oh,
bunch
yes, the plant sale.
Get right. Is the plant sales going on? Is all done? Is
It's all finished. I thought that's what you meant by field trip.
No, I'm talking about going to the Grape Discovery Center. You're all done with your
Oh,
plant
that
sale.
field trip. Oh, yes. Oh, absolutely.
Okay. So how'd your plant sale go? Okay.
Mary Ann did very well. We did very well. The plants were beautiful this year.
So were they ugly last year?
No.
My Saturday morning attempt at humor. They always are nice. I know that.
It's for the Meg McCoy Fund and
Yes.
for the senior picnic
Right.
to keep the cost of the senior picnic down.
You know,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was
Jack.
just at the Mayville Senior Citizens lunch last week. I played for them, and they were talking about the senior picnic and how fabulous it is and how you can win money and prizes.
Oh, it is. It's a wonderful picnic, and we have a chicken barbecue and music. Yeah,
Well, that sounds good.
It's always a great day. Also, we have jobs available.
Okay.
And I'm looking for people to work at our Mayville office and Dunkirk. We have openings for office aide, also transport assistant in Jamestown and Dunkirk. And these are the positions with the CSEP program, the senior aide program, where it's a training to work job. And it's a great time to be getting out looking for work because people are getting jobs.
Yeah, and we talked about, that you got to get your CDL-B, I think it is, to drive the bus, but it's not that difficult, and that's a great opportunity for
It is. It's a great opportunity for anybody who wants to do that. And it's nice because usually those positions are not full-time, they're usually part-time.
Sure.
And so anybody who's retired who likes to be outdoors and who likes to drive, it's a great opportunity to be trained and get paid while you're doing it.
I would drive, but like I told you, I get lost. Okay, what's the number they can call you that we've been popping up and it just went the other way?
Office for Aging, 753-4471.
Terrific. You got any plans for the weekend?
Oh, yes, I'm going to be visiting with friends. There's some friends that have come in from out of town.
And the Grape Discovery Center.
Yes, and the Grape Discovery Center. I know you're going to, I have to get there because I know I'm going to be questioned about it.
You will be. Linda Spalding.
I'll have to take a test.
She's 6'2", blonde hair, and she drives a big car, right?
No. I have a little car.
Okay, very good. Well, have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you again soon, okay?
Okay, you have
Thanks
a great
for calling
weekend, too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. She's part of our station here, and she's been with us right from the beginning, and it's always so much fun to talk with her. We were talking about your various products. Do you have new products in development, do you know? It's like trade secret. Can you tell me these things?
Always thinking of
Have you ever invented any of these or come up with it or say, can you make me this? Or
the Grape popcorn.
the Grape, that was yours?
Well, I asked if they would make it.
Okay.
Now
So,
they got it up in the Finger Lakes.
Now they stole your idea. You should patent
I learned my
these.
lesson there.
Nothing like sharing ideas.
Right.
Okay. We were talking also about the ability to keep this place open and so forth. And I know because you send me those things, and I ask you to send me those things, tell us about the other fundraisers and events that you've got coming up.
All right, well, I have a lot planned for this year.
All right, let's hear it, because we'll be reporting in regularly as well.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, the next one we have coming up is Bonsai for Beginners. And this is instructed by Trenton Lutz, which is a local artist.
Okay.
The class will instruct the beginning bonsai enthusiast in the techniques needed to turn a standard nursery stock plant into a bonsai plant.
When is this?
This is June 11th, 2 to 4 p.m., $45 per person or $85 per couple, but seating is very limited. Only about 15 seats are available.
Why did you pick that?
Actually, I work a lot with a local artist, and I see what they do, and I ask them to hold it at the center.
Very cool.
Yes.
Bonsai I bonsaied a tree once, and it was doing really, really well. It was a little maple, and it had all these little leaves, and we went on vacation, and someone forgot to water it, and bonsai! It didn't make it. So, but there's some really cool techniques, and that's great. Okay, so that's June 11th.
Okay, so the big one coming up is on June 17th, which is a Saturday, and this is on Father's Day weekend from noon to 5, is our second annual cruisin' and fundraiser and barbecue at the Grape Discovery Center. And this is a fundraiser for the Grape Discovery Center. The proceeds will be used towards operation costs of the center, so we can make sure we can keep our doors open.
Okay, so cruising, so who's coming?
This is sponsored by the Lakeshore Street Rod Association.
Where are they out of?
Dunkirk.
Okay.
And but we welcome other cars and clubs. We're going to offer dash plaques for the first 100 cars, awards for top 10 cars. We're going to have live music, chicken barbecue. Southern Tier Distilling will be on site with their spirits for tasting. And of course, wine from Lake Erie Wine Country. We'll have wine slushies, grape slushies.
What's it cost to get in?
This is free admission, but donations are gracefully accepted.
Okay. And of course, if you buy any of the products and so forth. So
Yes, there'll also be a lot of raffles, door prizes.
Chinese auction type thing?
Yes,
Okay.
50-50. We're selling raffle tickets ahead of time leading up to the event. $5 a ticket. They're available at the center today. There's 3 prizes. One is a handcrafted picnic table. The second prize is a really nice patio heater. And then the third prize is a really nice wine and cheese basket.
A patio heater. What does that look like? Is it one of those tall things?
Yeah, one of those tall heaters.
Oh, wow. Those
Yeah.
are really cool.
Yeah.
All right. So that's the 17th, and yours truly will be playing from 3:30 to
Yes,
close,
you
I
will.
guess. So I'm looking forward to that.
Good.
But if the weather just happens not to be as nice as we like, it's the next day?
Yes,
Okay.
but we hope
Hope we get it done the first day.
I don't know, it's been a rainy year. We'll see what happens.
Okay, so that's coming up, and if you're a car enthusiast, that would be a great day. All right, so June 11th, Bonsai, June 17th, Cruisin'. What else you got?
Okay, so moving on to July.
Okay.
This is the second annual Wine in the Vines wine party on the patio. And the band The Bogarts will be there from 2 to 4 p.m. And we'll have wine and food pairing and craft beer and local food.
Okay, and if you haven't been to the patio, it's outside.
Yes.
And it's very nice out there, and you're right next to the grapevines. And people say, what's the big deal? If you haven't looked at a grapevine, you don't see it through the different stages. And I know my dad and I were talking, he said to me, well, do grapes have flowers? And in fact, they do. They're teeny little white ones. You can hardly see them, but that's how the grapes are formed. But it's really very nice out there.
Yes, and actually we added a new fountain to the patio, and we've also added some fish.
Nice. I'll come visit them. I have fish at my house. Okay.
So that's nice out there.
Very cool.
All right, and then this is a new event.
Okay, I haven't heard about this one.
All
Okay.
right, this is a dog-friendly event.
Oh my
So
God,
this
Max! Maybe Max will go.
Yeah. So this is called Pups on the Patio.
Pups on the
So
Patio.
we'd appreciate licensed and current rabies vaccinated pets.
Okay, so
Okay.
what do they do?
This is a partnered event with the North Shore Canine Rescue. So we'll have some of their dogs to kind of help them find a forever home.
Oh, so Max can't come there to drink?
Yes.
Max can come?
Yep.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
All right.
So I think we'll have some little splash pools out there.
And when's this?
This is July 22nd,
July 22nd.
from noon to 4 p.m.
Noon to 4.
And of course, we're going to have hot dogs
Oh, okay.
and some other food as well.
I might bring, you would love Max. Max is so, you going to bring Lucas?
I don't know. He's such a big boy. I don't know. We'll see.
Big German Shepherd.
That's right. Okay, moving on. August, we have another bonsai for beginners. So
Okay.
if you missed out on the one in
Bonsai
June, then there's another one in
2,
August. And then August 26th, we're going to hold another big cruise-in, sponsored by the Lakeshore Street Rod Association as well.
Okay.
And that's going to be a fundraiser as well to keep us going through the
Okay.
rest of the year. So it's a little bit of the same setup, dash plaques for first 100 cards, award for top 10, and we'll add some more fun elements into that day as well.
If people want to know more about what's going on, is there a phone number they can call?
Yeah, 716-326-2003. You can email me at manager@grapediscoverycenter.com.
Okay. Are we got to the end of summer now?
September.
September.
Okay, so we're going to do the 4th annual Blessing of the Grapes and Harvest celebration, September 23rd. And this will also be the 13th anniversary of the Concord Grape Belt Heritage Association.
Oh, and they're sort of like the parent group of all this,
Right.
right? Very nice.
So, and that'll be a fun day.
Christina, we got like a minute and 2 seconds
Oh,
left.
okay. Okay.
So what else you want to talk about?
Well, I'd like everyone to come out and bring their families this Memorial Day weekend to come and check out the center. We're open from 10 to 5 today, which is Saturday.
Yes, it
and
is.
tomorrow, noon to 5, and Memorial Day will also be open noon to 5. And I'll have raffle tickets available for our fundraiser if you wish to purchase those. Check out the patio, taste some wine.
And many of these products make great gifts,
Yes,
whether
I'll
they're
have
for
all these products
birthdays or
available
anniversaries.
and more.
And I know at Christmas time you have a big spread of gifts. And every year I come in and I buy something for somebody.
We call it Christmas in the Vineyards. There's a sale on everything. Santa comes.
Yeah.
We have Concord Punch, hot chocolate, homemade grape-inspired treats, and the list goes on.
Well, it sounds like a great schedule for the summer, and I do encourage people to go and find out more about what's going on in our part of the county, in Grape Country. And guys, we've run out of time. It always goes by so darn quick. But anyways, thanks again for coming, and keep
you.
sending me the messages that for events, and we're happy to announce those. Andy, thanks for coming in, supporting Christina, and see that guy with the cameraman? Don't let him hear any of this food. That's a definite. We'll see you all next time right here at Chautauqua Sunrise next Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Thanks for tuning in, and have a great Memorial Day weekend. Drink carefully, get those designated drivers, and be safe. Take care now. That's another wrap.